Welcome to another beautiful edition of our Think Better, Do Good Better series. Kato Mukasa, handling another session under our critical thinking episodes. Today we are going to be talking about happiness and how it can shape your work ethics and how it can help your business, how it can help your family life. Happiness is what everyone wants in life, but it eludes almost everyone. In my book, Think for Yourself and Do Good Better, I have a rule. One of the theories I'm advancing is that many people are sad with money, being sad with money. Now, it is very possible for someone to have lots of money but still remain sad. Why? Because many people are yet to define what happiness means to them. Many workers do jobs they don't want. Many people stay in relationships they hate. They stay in environments they hate. And some people hate themselves because happiness is not yet defined by them. Happiness is defined by everyone else apart from themselves. So today I'm going to talk about 12 points, rules, principles, issues that should take your time, give a thought, and consider them when you're talking about happiness in your life. And they are going to guide you on how to define your own happiness and be able to give your best at your place, be able to be the best manager in your business, and be able to be the best family person wherever you are, because we have defined what happiness is. Now, one thing I have noted about happiness is that many people don't define it and follow into what we call the bandwagon fallacy. The bandwagon fallacy, one of those fallacies where people tend to identify something because everyone identifies with it. When people are religious in a certain community, men are going to be like that because it's the trend. Now, when everyone is building a house, everyone is buying a car, everyone is buying a new phone on the market, almost everyone is going to be measuring their own happiness and success depending on what everyone else is doing. Now, if you're going to be happy, you're going to avoid the good thing. You're going to start thinking in terms of your own personality. Avoid the good thing. In my book, I give an example of the tale of two grandpas, my two grandfathers. One was very luxurious and outgoing, another still had money but very minimalistic. They are both happy. My paternal grandfather wanted materialism, had a big car, a big house and all that. Yet my maternal grandfather wanted a very simple life. Had lots of land, coffee plantations and all that, but rode a bicycle to work. Now, everyone defined happiness their own way, but they are all contented because happiness is defined by you, not by any other person. Now, the second issue we look at is that happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy even when you don't have much. Now, the rule here is that the size of their problem is not the issue, but what matters is your size in the problem. Your size is your focus. Now, when you focus on your problem and you don't focus on the solution, you're going to be sad, even when you have money, because you have not defined what is the purpose that you yearn for. What is it that you wake up for to do each day? Now, it's very important that we get these things out clearly. You have to pay attention. The third principle I'm pointing out, you have to pay attention to details. If you are going to be happy at work, happy at home, you are going to start living in the moment. Live in the present moment. Many people are dragged back by the past because your father died, You keep on screaming about the loss of your father 10 years on. Because you divorced, you end up always in misery because you were divorced, because you lost a child, because the business went bad, because you are sacked. We keep on bringing the history that does not help our present. Now you are at work X, but you are remembering how it were in work Y, which you left. Now, to move on means you must live within the present moment. And now it defines your state of mind, because happiness starts in your subconsciousness. Once you leave your mind free of thoughts that are negative, you don't give them a rent-free space, you are going to live a very contented and happy life. Now, you must train your brain to have that happiness in it. You must keep a positive mental attitude that drives your brain to live in the present, to see things and appreciate them, to have gratitude to life. That even if you don't have a pair of shoes you want, at least you have your feet intact. At least you're still breathing, you are still alive. At least you still have an ambition to move out your bed for. There are things you must be happy for. That even if you are in the hardest situation, at least there's something that keeps you moving. That's why people may not have so much in terms of their focus, but they are happy. And may have almost everything, but they are sad, because happiness starts with your attitude. Now, the other thing I want to emphasize when we look at happiness, we look at happiness as an advantage. We call it utilize the happiness advantage. Now, research shows that people who are happy live a very healthy life. That's why people may not have so much in terms of their focus, but they are happy. And may have almost everything, but they are sad, because happiness starts with your attitude. Now, the other thing I want to emphasize when we look at happiness, we look at happiness as an advantage. We call it utilize the happiness advantage. Now, research shows that people who are happy live a very healthy life. They mind their bodies, they exercise regularly, they mind what they eat, they mind what they drink, they mind how they think, they mind the company they have, the friends they keep, because all those make an aggregate of what makes you sad or what makes you happy. So you have to mind all that. In fact, when you look at the countries, the list of countries that have the highest people, these countries are in the Scandinavian area. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Iceland. These are countries with the most happy people. Why? A country like Finland has some of the most happy